guys, Brian Johnson, DomainParkingMoney.net. Alright, let's get to it. Revenue generating domain names on the cheap. Part 1, we talked about acquiring domain names based on the history of the domain. We're looking for sites, domain names that had a website attached to it in the past. That site should have been credible. Make sure you know that. It should be in English. Don't buy a site that's based in German. Nah, it's not going to work. Google's going to see through that like that. Buy a site that has other credible sites linking to it. Do that. Use WordPress. Why do you use WordPress? Well, it's fast, it's easy, it produces good-looking websites, and it's just a great way to go. I mean, there's so many positive things about WordPress. One of the most important things is just really easy to add content. You can do it quickly and you can do it easily. You can add your AdSense code or your Yahoo code easily to the template, and then you'll have these great ads appearing. It's a lot better than a parking page. So we do that, and that's really kind of what we focused on in part 1. Now in part 2, we start talking more about each site pays for itself. So in other words, in the beginning you're going to have, you like expired website A, and it was first found online according to the Wayback Machine back in 2002, and it's got about 16 links coming in from other credible sites. And it was on a topic that is commercial in nature. That's also important. You know, don't buy a website about, I don't know, about underwater basket weaving. It's just nobody's searching for that. There's probably not a lot of money in it. And the cost of that domain you paid $55 for, and you won, and you probably ticked someone else off, but that's okay. You won. And now the goal is we need that money back, because the goal is to basically get the money back, and if that happens, then we know we've probably got an asset on our hands. So we set everything up. We get the page of content on the home page. We get the ads on the 404 page. And then we just wait a month and a half. And then we go around and we do some searching. We search Google. We try to see if the site's coming up. We look at our traffic stats. And we see if we have any nice referrals. And if we do, then we know that we're getting referred traffic from the internet. And that'll probably continue. So at that time, once the site has paid for itself, it's all about ramping things up. And well, how do we do that? You know, we're taking advantage of search engine traffic now. That's good. And we probably have some traffic from old links on other websites that have been around for a while, so that's good. So how can we get more of this traffic? Well, if we have one page in the Google index, or maybe the MSN index, because we have a page of fresh content, why not basically create more pages and get more pages indexed and try to drive more traffic to the site? And how can we do that quickly, easily, and not waste a lot of time? So because the site has already paid for itself, because I see it's ranking well in Google, I feel good about maybe investing $100 on the site now. So I post a job on Rent-A-Coder or Elance or over at Guru.com, and I basically I let people know that are interested in writing, that are looking for work, that I need articles based on these topics. Now I just don't pull these topics out of my head. I research, and that's one of the important things that you can do here is you can go to a place like the Google AdWords keyword tool and put in your main keyword and get back a list of what people are searching for. And then I basically create a list of search terms that advertisers are really competing for. So I'm not necessarily looking for the highest bid, but I rather have articles based on a lot of advertiser competition. So I do that. I create my list of 25 search terms, and then when I post my job on Rent-A-Coder, I simply say, you know, here are a couple examples of the articles I'd like to have written. Now, I need unique content. The content needs to be 500 words minimum, up to 700 words. I expect them delivered by this date, and so on. People will bid on the job. You hire someone, and then basically at that point, once you hire someone, you escrow the funds, you pull out your credit card, and you kiss your $100 goodbye, and you wait for your articles to come across. Now once you start getting your articles, because you're using WordPress, it's really simple to add content. All you have to do is log in, take your content that someone sends you, copy and paste it into your blog, and you're done. You've got a lot of content quickly and easily. You can basically have a 25 or 35 page website up, and maybe you'll have to spend a total of 30 minutes copying and pasting some articles, and you've just created a very good resource now with a lot of unique content, and you've paid $100. And over time what will happen is Google and other search engines will index this content, and chances are you'll get more search traffic. As your traffic will grow, so will your income, and that's really what we're trying to do. And my personal goal is I'm trying to develop a network of 100 websites that make $3 a day. Now, I'm not real good at math, so for some reason I always think that 100 websites that make $3 equals about $10,000. It's actually about $9,000, but I've just had this formula in my head for so long I just can't shake it. So basically $3 a day, I mean, it's not hard. This dental site, I think I mentioned the dental site in the last video. I was making $1 or $2 right off the bat with one page of content. Since then I've hired out, I've got about 25 or so pages online, and the traffic is maybe almost doubled or so, and my best day has been $8. So if I can average $5 a day, well, what is that, $150? Basically, the next month I paid for all that, all those articles, and I'm even again. At that point, I've got a site online. It should stay in the search engines for a long time. We've developed a decent resource for people that are studying about whatever your topic is. It's not a parking page. There's a lot of content. And sure, your click-through rate with AdSense, maybe it's 3% or 10%. I usually average around 10 to 15. But you're going to make the money. You've got a resource that is good. You're not developing crap using bots or anything like that, and it works on so many great levels. That type of a website should really be able to earn money via AdSense or the Yahoo Publisher Network for quite a while. So that is part 2. In part 3, we're going to talk more about using WordPress and really getting the most out of it, and some thoughts and strategies for WordPress. Guys, look forward to the next video, and that's about it. Take care.